Relationships. I don't think a relationship is something that I'm gonna find anytime soon. You might hear that and think, like, it's just like another guy who isn't trying, doesn't care, whatever. Nah, it's like a genuine thing I've thought about for a while. It's just not in the playing cards for me at this point in my life, I guess. The last time I had any like semblance of a relationship with someone, I was 17 years old. Then like a little bit when I was 18 before it fizzled out. And you know, I'm not 17 anymore, and the only reason it happened was because of the forced proximity of being in school together, you know? Which is a common experience with not even just relationship stuff, like meeting people in general. You probably won't meet half as many of the people you met in the real world than you did in high school. It's partially because in my mind I just can't rationalize me falling for someone again because of how the last situation happened. Really how like a lot of them have panned out. It's like impossible in my mind that it could go any different or any better. Every single time that I've gotten close to it or something, like my whole life, it has been a reoccurring thing that it's just there's either something I did or something about me that just makes it not happen, which is pretty upsetting to hear people say. Because they'll try to say it in a nice way, you know. If you're lucky, they'll try to say it in a nice way. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm just not ready for that," or this or that, you know. Or they'll say, "Blah blah blah." They're not interested. I never thought of it that way. That kind of shit. There's just trying to be nice and not hurt your feelings, I guess. But I've heard that like every single time, bro. And it doesn't get any easier to hear either. The last time made me feel such in like a certain kind of way because when it was good, it was like perfect in my mind. Like nothing could be better than that. Like everything's going great, my life's perfect kind of deal. Like nothing could go bad in the whole world. Because that's just the way it was in my mind. I don't know why. But I had convinced myself that it was going to happen. Even though it was obviously one-sided looking back at it, you know? And, if that made me feel that good, you know, when during it happening, I don't know if I'll be able to recapture that because I don't go out and talk to people. I don't like hardly ever leave the house. If I do, I'm hanging out with friends. And when I'm with those friends, they're just like me. They're not gonna go talk to anybody. So even if I did see like a cute girl while I'm out doing whatever it is I'm doing, I'm not gonna say hi. That's just not in the playbook. Each time it has happened out of nowhere for me. It's been like I'll be talking to this girl that I'm just around because we go to school together or because we have mutual friends or whatever it is, right? We just so happen to be in the same spot enough. If you know what I'm trying to say. And eventually, through the forced proximity, we will, start to form our own friendship. And in the very beginning, I'm just like, oh, it's just a friend. So I'm not really thinking that way. But as time goes on, I start to feel weird. I start to like, and every time it's this like, it's a slightly different feeling, and maybe it is affection. I don't know what it is, but I start feeling a certain kind of way when she gets brought up or when I see her, kind of stuff. And at first, I'm just like, oh, it's a really good friend. I'm just excited. And then as time will go on, more and more, I will notice things that I'm feeling whenever stuff's happening, like when we're just talking or joking and stuff, or when I'm at home alone, and I'll see something or I'll say something to someone, and I'll think she would have laughed at that, or I wonder what she's doing, or think what she would say, kind of thing. And that'll just keep happening until, like, eventually it's glaringly obvious to everyone around me, except for myself, really, because I'll be in denial over it, that I really like this girl. And then once I do finally realize that's what's going on, I will get so scared that I'm going to fuck it up that it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, where I will eventually fuck it up. That has happened every time. There's not been a single... Well, there's been one. Most of them, though, have been I did something and it just completely killed it. Which is lame. But, there was this one that was like really bad. I tried to change to be better, and it still didn't work out, which sucked. Because I was in the process of, trying to do better, be more conscious about how other people feel and all that. Didn't work, because about a month and a half after that, she was like, I don't think it's going to work out, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I tried to change, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, and that's the problem. Because I was telling her I was trying to change to do better. And she was like, I don't want you to change for me. Which is not what I wanted to hear. And I've talked to her once or twice since. Like, and that wasn't until like way down the line after we had already stopped hanging out and talking. We're cool now, but it'll never be the same. I've already lost attraction completely. Another one, it was just like, me and this girl were like extremely close, to the point where it felt like we could read each other's minds close. But she's a really bad texter, and we would never call or anything. It would be only text, unless we were in person. And in person, it was great. It felt amazing. So good, to the point where I didn't even care about the no call, bad texting. Because some people just suck at texting. But it got to a point where I was in my own head, and I was like talking to a friend, and we both came to the conclusion, if she wanted to make time for me, she would, because we would be mid-conversation texting, she just wouldn't text back, and it happened 9 times out of 10. Try to make plans to do something, fell through every time. I mean, so I was curious and was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop texting first. I stopped texting first, and then nobody texted. Well, she didn't text, like neither of us texted each other for a minute. And that fucked with me, So it kind of died out from there because, well, I pretty much killed it because I was just like, well, she doesn't have time for me. She's obviously not interested in anything, so what's the point in, really sticking around and caring or trying at all when it's just obviously not happening. Which is really unfortunate, because felt like it was supposed to happen because we were like so alike. We liked so much the same shit. We were so close. That was the most recent one that you know, I fucked up. Because I can't help but think if I never stopped, like eventually maybe I could have done something to make her gain interest or something. And instead I did that and it killed the entire friendship, really. Like, I still talk to her on and off occasionally. But it's another example of it'll never be how it was. And I don't want it to be how it was because I don't think I deserve it or have earned it. Because it's like wanting, it's like you kill a flower, you forget to water it, and then you want the flower back. It's just like, I don't deserve to have the flower. The last one I had, I let it wilt and rot away instead of taking care of it, kind of deal. You know what? And I carry that mentality whenever I think about maybe like trying again to have a relationship with someone. To like go put myself out there and go talk to women and stuff. I'm like, have I done enough to really earn this? Like, I don't have a job. I don't go out and do anything. Have I really changed since last time? And if I can't be like very certain about that stuff, why would I want to potentially put someone in the position where I could, you know, waste their time or like hurt them in any kind of way? Because that is something I've been very prone to, is accidentally hurting people's feelings when it is not the plan at all. Like, I like to joke around. Some people don't like jokes. So, it's pretty, shitty whenever this person I care about, I can't refrain myself from saying a joke for a couple minutes. They'll say something, they get upset, and that's a permanent scar on our friendship because they took it personally or I went too far or something. Which it wouldn't be that bad if it happened one time, but it's like I said, it's a reoccurring problem I've had where I just can't shut the fuck up. And I try to imagine what it would be like to have someone like a crush again or something, and I can't even, like, it's been so long since I've like had that feeling. I don't even know how to like describe it or just imagine it anymore. I'm like, what would I even do if I had somebody? Because there's no way I'd be able to do anything for them. It would genuinely be a very one-sided thing where I'm getting so much from them and they're getting nothing from me because I don't feel as though I'm in a state to really make someone's life better from the experiences I've had in the past and my current situation, you know. My cat is tweaking. What do you want? Give me a minute, dude. Let me let him out. Sorry about that. But yeah, I won't be able to do gifts. I won't be able to take her out nowhere. I would hardly be able to stabilize or emotionally comfort because, you know, when I'm not in a good mental state, how am I going to help other people? Like, I've been worse, you know. I've had worse spurts of this kind of stuff in my life, you know. Like now, like I'm not abhorrent to look at, you know. I think I look pretty good, at least average, you know. I'm gonna have a bias, it's my own face, you know. You know, I've been going to the gym trying to get better looking and all that. it's definitely working, I can tell, you know. And even with that, what do I bring to the table that would make me worthwhile to someone? So why even put something out there? It's like doing videos. I wouldn't upload a video that I'm not proud of. I've done it once before and it made me feel terrible, because it made me feel like I was cheating not only myself, but like the people who would end up watching it, if that makes sense. So why even put myself on the market and go out there and try when I don't think it's worthwhile for either party involved? I mean, it's just so shitty. Because I know there's genuinely good people out there who I'd probably love to be friends with or love to give a chance in a relationship, but I'm just not out there trying. Part of it's, you know, like most people have, is a fear of being rejected, but that's not really a big thing for me. I'd rather try and fail than not try at all. It's the fact that I don't feel ready, first of all, and second, I don't want to feel that way like ever again, of trying really hard, thinking that it's going great, making one mistake and being stripped of it completely, and making that mistake constantly in my life so many times, at least 3 times, I want to say 4 times, I've made that mistake with someone where I care for them very deeply. They're very important to me, you know, I want this to work out, and then I still say something that I shouldn't say, do something that I shouldn't do, or just mistreat people, and I don't want to do that again, know that it's my fault, and be left alone with that. Like, I don't really know if that makes sense to you, but it does to me. Like, I'm not scared that I'm gonna be rejected. I'm scared that I'm going to hurt someone again, you know. You really can't forget, you know, someone's face after you see them crying over something you did. It's the worst feeling, you know. Knowing that you're the reason they feel that way is bottom 5 experiences all time. And I've had some stuff happen to me, you know, and it's still bottom 5 experiences. This is coming from the guy who's had COVID 5 times. And that's not even bottom 5. Which, I was young when I got COVID, so there was like a very little chance that it was going to be anything lethal. But, you know, still, it was shitty. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's like, when I see people or friends or whatever, and they're in relationships and stuff, and they're doing good with themselves and all that, I'm just thinking about how I probably won't have that for a long, long time. I mean, one of it's like, you know, the whole supply and demand thing. It's like there's a lot of demand and not a lot of supply where I live, if that makes sense. Like, I live in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas, that I've stated a million times, you know? And there's really nothing here. I mean, everyone here is either, you know, somehow a cousin, which that's not happening. I know them already, or they're not single, or I'm not interested. And it's not like I'm punching up incredibly hard or anything. I'm not out here trying to get a 10 out of 10 or anything. I mean, depends on what you said, 10 out of 10 in your eyes, you know. I have never gotten into a relationship just because I seen someone and thought they were attractive. You know? I mean, attraction is a very important thing. I believe, at least. But, you know, yeah, I might see you and think you're attractive, but I'm not going to think of you romantically, like, let's get together and make it an official thing if I don't know you as a person. Because I find that is way more valuable than, you know, if you're a 10 out of 10 and you're sexy or whatever. I could think you're the hottest looking person in the world, but if I don't see value in the way you live, the way you treat people, the way you carry yourself, you know, the way you treat me, I'm not going to even attempt to be a friend of yours or get to know you. Because I'll see that you're this kind of person and I don't want to be around those kind of people. So that, like I was describing earlier, that's usually how it goes. I meet someone eventually down the line through proximity with this person. I will become a friend, and then somewhere in that friendship, however long it takes, I will realize that I have deeper feelings than just friendship with this person. And from that point forward, I will try to pursue them. It's just those steps now that I'm out of school and I don't have forced proximity with anyone. It's all choice. It's just not a prospect on top of the other issues that I've talked about. That felt wrong. I just used a pickaxe on a fucking tree leaf. Like, I think about it all the time because I do crave for companionship. But, and that's like more than just having friends, you know. I have friends. But I think about it all the time. I crave that, but won't put myself in the position to have it. And actively fear what could happen through me trying to pursue it. Where the fuck am I? I'm trying to find my house. I mean, there is a layer of jealousy when I see a happy couple. Not like a hatred or nothing, but it's just like I wish I had what they had. Because before, you know, the downturn for all my previous relationships, or really close to relationships, it usually dies before it's official, you know. For all those previous ones, it's really good. Specifically, the last one was really, really good. And then nosedive. But during that time when it was really good, it felt like I had someone who was like understood me and was like really close. And it didn't matter what we were doing, if we were hanging out, doing anything, we would have fun. Or at least more fun than if we were just alone. And that is something that is a privilege. If you get to experience it, you should be grateful. Because not everybody gets that, you know. I've already gotten to the point in my mind where I'm probably going to have to travel to other places in the world, or even where I live, to potentially meet someone, not even guaranteed. And that just is pretty daunting for a broke boy from the middle of nowhere who can't find a job. It's quite a thing. I don't know, maybe that's completely unrelatable and I'm just a weirdo, but I can't even just like imagine having a relationship and doing stuff, because like, what am I gonna do? I currently have zero value as a person. Like, I'm funny, but is that really enough to warrant a serious relationship? If you're basing it all off this guy's funny, you might want to look into some other stuff, because there's more to people than that, and I value depth in people, so I'd be judging your character based on how you're treating me good and trying to get in a relationship with me just because I'm funny. That would be weird. I'd be like, dude, I could be a serial killer and you're over here talking to me. I don't know. I could be a tweaker. Overall, I'm pretty good, though. Like, I'm not having any super crazy bad thoughts or anything. It's just like, sometimes I'm at home editing a video or playing a video game with a friend, or when I'm out with friends, even like a moment of silence in my day or in my life, and I just start thinking about all the shit that I have not achieved, all the things that other people have done that I haven't done, the things that would make my life better and make me happier that I don't have, and the fact that they are such a far away thing in my mind that I don't know if I'm going to ever have them. Like, I'm not even 20 yet. I'm turning 20 in August. And I'm already fearing that it's going to be a long, long time before I end up in a position where I could find someone again. Which is pretty shitty. And the worst part is, whenever I start thinking about the ones that did happen already, it sucks, because none of them, well, most of them aren't even completely out of my life. Like, I can see them in my day-to-day if I went to, like, spots where a lot of people go, where I live, or if I just sent them a text, they would respond and I could talk to them. But it's like it's not the same person. Like, their image in my mind has changed so much to where it's like, if I was them, I would hate me. So I just automatically assume they do, even though I've been forgiven by some of them, you know? Like, I've had some come forward and say, you know, I was overreacting, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. But that doesn't make how I felt and how I feel go away, you know? I feel like I have to actively do something in my life to make my circumstances, because I've never been one to rely on people. I stopped doing that a long time ago. You know? And it sucks because I'm not one to rely on people on the surface. Like, deep down, I want that, but I actively try to stop myself from seeking help from people. I just feel as though it's like kind of cheap. It's like, I can do this myself, so I should, kind of deal. I don't know. I don't even use gobblegums when I play zombies all the time, just because I think gobblegums make the game too easy. Who knows? Like I said, I just could be a weirdo. Is iron non-existent here? Holy humperdink. I don't know. It's just, it's hard to tell people, because I have such a, what feels like a unique situation with my past experiences with relationships. How I'm self-aware that I was the problem, and that it sucks. So they can't really be like, oh, I feel bad for you, blah, blah, blah. Because there's no reason to feel bad for me, because I did it to myself. Like, I didn't purposefully always do it. A lot of it was just me trying my best to be funny. But, you know, funny at someone's expense is still at someone's expense. So it doesn't make it sound any better when the person whose feelings you just hurt is like, hears you say, it was just a joke. It doesn't undo that, you know. It's so weird, because all of my, like, male friendships were completely based on me being a funny guy and they loved my jokes. And then once you get any sort of past friendship with a woman, it's like that shit goes down the drain and everything is now personal. And the worst part about it is, I can say for sure I've loved people. I can't say for sure that I've felt that reciprocated from anyone, relationship-wise. You know, I've had very strong emotions for people, but I've never felt as though someone has felt that way for me. And I wish that I could, so I could put my finger on it when I see it. But it's just not happened. If it has, it's been so subtle that I've never noticed, or that they were so scared to show it. Because there have been plenty of times where someone who, if they did love me, they would ask if I'm alright, and no one did. And doesn't feel too great, because whenever I see someone that I'm even just like baseline, I hardly know you, but you're a friend of a friend, and I could tell if they're going through something pretty quick. I don't know why, I just have a feeling most of the time, and I'm like, are you okay? They'll talk to me, you know? But nobody's asked me, you know? And you know, sometimes I'll meet someone new. Even now, you know how I said I don't meet a lot of people? Sometimes I do. And I'll talk to them. And usually it's a complete stranger that I've never met before, and even my friends don't know him. And I'll talk to him. And I'll get that glimmer of hope. And we'll hit it off and everything. Just enough to where it's like, when you see your friends the next day, you'll be like, oh, that was a cool guy, or oh, she was pretty cool. But not enough to where we thought to ask for each other's number, or for a Snapchat or Instagram or something. And then I go home feeling the same way I did when I left. Probably a little worse, honestly. Just feeling as though, you know, that could have been something, but I let it be, and it is now nothing. I wonder how many great people I've just forgotten about, walked past, and just never spoke to again, you know? I mean, I remember I was so nervous to talk to people. I've seen people out at like events on holidays or in public doing stuff, and I'm just like terrified that they're gonna talk to me, or I'm gonna end up talking to them. Just because with how people are nowadays and how I am with my own mind, I will probably end up feeling worse by the end of the day, regardless of how the interaction goes. Because if it doesn't go well enough to where I've made a new friend, I'm going to forever run the situation through my mind, thinking, you know, what could this have been, you know? I know it's a personal flaw, but, you know, knowing something doesn't always make you use the information. I can know that there's no food in the fridge and still go check the fridge type shit, you know? How the fuck did this loser get in my house? Ah, pressure plate. I didn't think that through, did I? The crazy part is, too, like, once I actually put in the effort and go talk to people, I usually make friends. But, you know, it's hard out here. I feel like when I can't do something for someone that I don't really deserve to make the acquaintance, because I even feel bad around the people who I've known for a long time, my friends, whenever they buy me stuff or whenever they share their stuff with me, because it's like, when I had a job, I would do that too, but at that point it was almost like we were passing around the same $20 to $100. It's like we would here, let me buy you this, let me buy us food this time, let me buy this time. Oh, we're going out, let me buy the stuff this time, let me, I don't know, you know, like let's buy matching hats when we're at the store or something. But whenever I don't have money, it's like they're doing so much for me and I'm bringing nothing. I'm just there. And I feel the same way about relationships, you know. You know, what kind of relationship would it be if I was just getting spoiled and I was bringing nothing to the table? It's a pretty cool looking island over there. Who knows, I might build something over there once I find fucking iron and finish building my house. I know it's incomplete and it's probably an eyesore to look at right now, but it's a work in progress, guys. I do kind of like my front door. You know, I got this like step going up. I have like a crawl space down here. I'll probably make that look better. You know, it's a single door. Not everybody likes single doors, and I know you guys are probably calling me an idiot for the weird shape. I don't like it when people just make a square ass house or a rectangle ass house. Do some weird shapes, man. Experiment with room shapes. But yeah, that's the video. You know, I hope it helped you in some kind of way. I'm gonna probably go to bed, honestly. You know, like if you want to, subscribe if you want to, leave a comment if you want to. Have a good night.